back in like primary school, Pokemon Go was just like becoming popular. It was like 2016, and I was like big on it mainly because of my friends. And then one of my friends decided to go to Kings Park because apparently there was going to be like a legendary Pokemon there, and I was like, all right, cool. And then I went there, and it was just seeing like so many people ranging from like 5-year-old kids to like people like nearly on their deathbed essentially. It was like it was kind of heartwarming just seeing this kind of community, and it's like a pretty funny and like sentimental memory of my childhood, and it was a result of Kings Park, and it's kind of like I didn't really remember it much until I actually went back there, and it made me realize that I really cherish that memory. It made me remember it again.
I think my latest memory of Kings Park was on my first date, which was, I think, December last year. and and I remember it was super sweet. Like, we had a picnic already. He made us brownies, and he made us fairy bread, which was so good. I haven't had fairy bread in ages. And I remember absolutely ruining it because I decided to break in my new docs, and my feet, I couldn't walk, so we had to end things early, but I just decided to walk barefoot through the gardens, and it was just really nice.
So it was my first semester of uni, and I was in this picnic themed photo shoot with some friends in Kings Park, and it was something to like take a few shots when out of nowhere this old Chinese lady just approached us, speaking only in Chinese. And even though like none of us understand Chinese, she kept on pointing at us to pose for her phone, so we kind of just went along with it. So we was like striking poses for her, as she like took some pics of us. She directed us here and then, although we had like no idea what she was saying. It kind of just worked out in the end. And after she was done, she just kind of dipped. So yeah, for all we know now, we're on some like families war in China now.
I must have been like 3-4 years old when me and my family had gone down to Kings Park. Regular like day out, gone out for a nice picnic. And this particular day we were walking through the botanical gardens. And we're walking over this little bridge with this little river underneath it, and my mum looks away for like 1 second while we're crossing. And looks back, and suddenly I'm just gone. And she looks around, can't see me anywhere. And like looks over the edge, and there I am, just sat in the water, looking back up at her like, what? How did I get here? And I just tripped. And then she had to jump in the water and everything, like socks, shoes, everything, and pull me out to make sure I didn't drown on the spot. It's rather funny to think about, actually.
So the things I remember about Kings Park was that when I first arrived here at Perth and I first got my first group of friends, we went to Kings Park together. And then from there, we were always like doing dumb stuff, like just screaming to the well, screaming out loud to everyone, and just like having fun with each other, piggyback with each other. It was the funnest thing ever. But as time goes by, we just drifted apart. But even though no matter how many times has gone by, that memory has always stick to me. And I always like look back to it every time I went to Kings Park. Although I hate getting dirty, a garden is still a fun place for me. I love watching the plants flourish and bloom, much like the people around me. Gardens are something everybody has an opinion on, whether positive or negative. At the moment, my Nana's expanding her back garden, and watching it grow with each little action of nurture is incredible to watch. One time I was at Kings Park, I remember looking at a grandma put a kite up for her granddaughter, but the air would not catch the kite, and they were running around and trying to get it up in the air, and that was really important to me because it shows that gardens have so many different ways for families to connect.